The foyer of the House of Commons has some outstanding architecture and sculpture, but in a way, the atmosphere is a little bit misleading here. It feels as though the people who pass through must breathe the wisdom of the ages, and by the time they get made into portraits or statues, every politician looks like a statesman rather than the bumblers and hacks that they often were in real life. And you'll notice that there aren't any monuments here to failed policies, things like regional development or attempts to control spending or the Charlottetown Accord. And I'm not just being snide here when I say that that's a pity. Politicians, unfortunately, are not reminded of how often their plans go wrong, and this causes them to overestimate what they can do and how easily they can do it. Even when something seems to work, like, say, the attempt to discourage smoking, the story's often a lot more complicated than it seems. Yes, it's true that for 40 years, governments have been bugging us to butt out, and in that time, the rate of adult smoking has fallen from about half to under a fifth. But consider that during the same period, they've been urging us to exercise more and eat better, from participation to trying to get pop machines out of schools. And in that time, we've turned into a nation of great wobbling jellies. By now, it's estimated that about half of us are overweight. And even on the subject of smoking, the government's attempt to persuade people not to consume marijuana hasn't exactly been a ringing success, has it? I think we need a few reminders around here that when governments implement policies that don't enjoy broad popular support, they're very unlikely to work. For some reason, most Canadians wanted to quit smoking. For some reason, most of them wanted to overeat, and it didn't matter all that much what government said. And there's one more thing. Even though it can't really do it, when government takes it upon itself to make us better people, as though it were its right and its duty to force citizens on a regular basis to do things they didn't want to, it undermines our sense that it is both our duty and our right to do things for ourselves. If it would remind us of that, I'd say a pedestal here in the foyer with a blob of lard on it would be very good value for money.